Hi, welcome to Keep It Simple. That's my podcast. My name is Garth, or you can call me G, and this is my podcast. This is my very first podcast. Truth be told, I have recorded this video now probably about 10 times. I've been wanting to do a podcast for maybe 2 to 3 years. I tried with little apps and stuff, and I never really got it right. I never got the consistency. I didn't know what to speak about. And I'm sure these are very relatable things to you. I had a million excuses. I live in South Africa. I live in rural South Africa, which basically when people ask me, I'm like, do you know where nowhere is? If you just keep going past there, eventually, if you get to the end of the road, you'll find where I live. It's beautiful here. It's amazing, but I feel like I'm a little bit out of the hub. So I just thought it wouldn't be relatable. But actually, like so many people I know and so many people I watch, I'm sure there are many people at the same point as where I am. How to get started. Let's call this the discovery phase. I'm going to just get started. I'm going to show up. I'm going to record with my phone. Even though I have fancy other equipment, I'm just going to record with my phone. I'm going to record with a microphone so it at least sounds good. I'm going to sit in my tiny little office in my tiny house, and I'm going to just start. And I'm going to put stuff out there, and I want to challenge myself to do it once a week. And from this one long piece of content, perhaps I can take some of the things that I've heard everyone talk about cutting it into shorter pieces and populating it there and there. But you know, all of these things that people tell you in order to grow one's own personal brand, you know, if you don't really start and create any content to start with, well, I guess you're kind of like shooting yourself in the foot. If you look at my YouTube channel, you scroll down there, you'll see in the past few years, I've built a tiny house. I love adventuring. I go on motorbike adventures. I love life underwater. I've been learning skills of video creation and content creation, but the whole thing that I can really understand from that is it hasn't been relatable in context to how is it valuable for anyone else. I know people appreciate nature like I appreciate nature. I know people might enjoy the places that I go to, but the most important thing is that it's not really relatable. There's nothing really educational in there unless you wanted to ask a question about how to go here or there. And especially with the tiny house stuff, I've had a lot of people wanting the rules and the regulations and the dimensions and all of that. And, you know, to be honest, I'm a doer. I just get an idea and I do it. And that has served me very well, but it has its pitfalls and its strengths. I live in a tiny house. I've had it for a few years. I just built it. I'm not a carpenter. I just built it. I did it on super low budget, and I guess somewhere along the line that will become part of the discussion. Content creation will become a part of the discussion. This process of just showing up and doing something, and how do you cut it up and how do you get it there? I guess that will be part of my discussion. It will just, develop over time. One will find one's voice. I'll feel comfortable talking to you. I might have to do this 100 times till I get anybody even listening to it. But throughout my life, I've always seen that in the doing, that is where you are rewarded. In the creation of something, that is where the true reward is. We are driven, and I myself am driven also like this, is in a world where everything is running around the concept of money and success. And, it's just like people forget that actually your attention in the moment, doing something that you love and you enjoy, and sure, if you can monetize it eventually, great. But if money becomes the reason that you do it, then actually, eventually you'll hate it. I've seen that with many things that I've done before in my life. And actually, I'm being very cautious with my love of filmmaking and content creation because I enjoy it. I enjoy the process, the setup, and I want to bring that into what I offer. So I hope that gives an idea of what this is going to be about. If not, let me know and I will jot it down so that it's crystal clear. Well, I'll do my best. So it's a little bit of how to create content, a little bit of living sustainably, off-grid, South Africa. It's about keeping your life simple. There's the saying that sticks with me through the years. The secret of life is not to have everything that you want, but to want everything that you have. And I'm trying to practice that in my own life. It helps me with trying to compare with others. They're so far ahead. They have so much more than me. They've got 1 million followers, you know, but when I really just come back to myself, if I'm grounded, I'm well rested, and I do all the small things in my life that help me feel whole, then I have the capacity to look around me and see what I have and what I can have gratitude for. So yeah, we're going to go around. Like I say, you with me. This is the first voyage. It's the discovery. How many episodes will the discovery be? I have no idea. I've given myself some small manageable challenges. I'm trying to read a book called Atomic Habits, and I've given myself a 10-day personal challenge, which is very simple really. It's kind of like 5 exercises a day, 1 rep of 20. I can make up what I want them to be, push-ups, sit-ups, whatever. And it's not negotiable. I have to do that. It's showing up for me. If I do more, fine. But actually those 100 little things that I do, whether they are whatever's in my capacity, I'm going to do them. The other thing is I've been wanting to learn a bit more about Instagram Reels and stuff. So shooting 10 little pieces of video and putting them into a reel and posting that every day. So I'm on day 3. And the last thing is to write 3 pages every day. In my iPad, just write down ideas, dreams, things that came to me, whatever, just to get into a habit of writing. Slow and steady wins the race. Manageable tasks, that's what I'm going to try. And the whole idea is to try and create a consistency, and in the long run, eventually create something that's actually of value to other people. I'll still create my own little videos. I've got a video I want to make about our trip to Thailand, and I have those kind of videos as well, but I'm going to focus on this because I guess this can be something that can have value for others. So thank you so much for joining me at Keep It Simple. I will have this in audio format and in video format on my YouTube, and it'll all probably fall under the banner of Garth Ainsley. That's my name, and I can be found on all the relevant social media platforms. So thanks. And I hope you have a lovely day. And the goal of this thing is at least once a week. So once a week, keeping it simple. See you again. And thanks for joining me. Ciao. Bye.